Hi everyone, welcome back to Ponderosa Garden Adventures. So thanks for joining me again, and today I'm going to be spreading mulch. So I'm out here at the mulch pile. We use bark mulch. Mulch is basically anything that you use to cover the ground, cover the dirt. It serves a couple of purposes. It prevents weeds and it holds moisture in the ground during hot, dry summer months, and during winter it prevents frost and things like that. So lots of different things can be mulch. We use actually cardboard a lot of times for mulch to kill weeds. You can use rocks, you can use bark, and we use a lot of bark mulch for decorative purposes, so along the edging and in pathways. In fact, we get something called walkable mulch, which is kind of shredded bark instead of the little chunks. It's a little easier to walk on, so we put that on some of our walkways. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be mulching the area that I just spent 2 days cleaning up in the previous 2 videos. Go check them out. And today I'm going to be mulching. So I'm going to try something a little different. Normally I would take each bag and then open it and spread it, but that takes a lot of strength in your hands and stuff. So I'm thinking today I'm going to put the mulch into this wheelbarrow and then just use a shovel to spread it around. Let's see how that goes. And we have 2 different colors. We're using brown for the backyard, black for the front yard. We like to keep a consistent color scheme. And we try to make sure we use the same source of bark mulch, because we've had problems with certain suppliers having weeds. I would say when you find a company, stick to it. And bark mulch is very inexpensive. We get it as low as like $3 a bag, but typically it runs about $5 for a bag of this, so not super expensive. And you can also have it delivered in a bulk and have it dropped off at your home. But let's empty these into the wheelbarrow and see if I can distribute it that way. Well, that went pretty well. I'm getting ready to spread the mulch now, and today I'm going to be using a shovel to kind of spread it around. Like I said, sometimes I'll just cut the top of the bag off and just spread it this way, but this mulch is still pretty moist, and so it weighs a lot much. Those bags weigh about 20 pounds each. Once they dry out at the end of summer, they're going to weigh like 5 pounds. I could carry 2 with each hand, but today I'm going to need a little help. So I'm going to use a shovel, and this should go fairly quickly. Spreading mulch is one of my favorite chores in the garden because you get a really good result quickly, cosmetically. It looks great, and it's really pretty easy to do. So let's get started. This should be done in a few minutes. I'm going to start over here. And get this area over here that I cleared out yesterday where I sawed off the branch. Actually, it was 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago. It was Monday. Today is Friday. And this is always the last thing you do. Always weed. Pull as many weeds as you can before you spread the mulch. Yes, the mulch will smother the weeds and eventually they'll die, but you know, you want to get a head start on that. So weed as much as you can and then do this last. And you probably want to water afterwards too. our irrigation system is set to run tomorrow, so we'll get moisture underneath the mulch as soon as possible. You can see I'm almost done with this first area here, so move along pretty quickly. I should be done with this whole thing about half hour or so. And now we're getting to this area. I can, oops, do more of just dump and spread. I want it to go under that. So I'm going to put a bunch there. And a bunch over here. And then just spread it with a rake. Time for a break. Looking like we're gonna need a few more bags. We got 2 more bags. All right, well, I'm done for today, and in fact, it's Friday, so I'm done for the week. Let's see what I accomplished. The goal was to get this area along the fence here all cleaned up. So I spent all week weeding and today mulching this whole area. Let me take you on a little tour. Let me take you for a little walk, and we will see. So I Again, I cleared this area out. I trimmed these Cape daisies, Euryops, and mulch down here. Weeded and mulched. Weed and mulch. Weed and mulch under here. Weed and mulch. And then along here, I just noticed I failed to mulch this right here. So I'm going to get to that next time. Next time I mulch, I'll just throw a few handfuls under there. Otherwise, we're good. This was the big chore right here, was moving that planter right there from over here, getting all the masonry, pavers, weeds, and everything out of there, filling the hole again, tamping it down, now mulching. Done. I got some mulch along the path here and all the way around to the back of the bushes and all the way along the fence line. A lot of work getting it back there. All right, so we're done. We're done with this task for today. Now over behind me, what's coming over behind me is to get this last area here cleaned up. I'm gonna get on that tomorrow. And down here, I still got some weeds to do here, and then put the last 2 bags of mulch right here on the perennial garden. Well, that wraps it up for today. Thanks for watching Ponderosa Garden Adventures, and I want to give a special thanks to all of our subscribers out there. We really do appreciate you. Stay tuned, we have lots more adventures coming up this summer. If you have anything to say, leave us a comment below. Thumbs up, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching Ponderosa Garden Adventures. We'll see you next time.